They told you it was going to be Black Monday on the stock market. Turns out, not so much maybe. However, Disney stock is down 25% year to year, and CEO Bob Iger is ready to blame someone as his time as head honcho of the mouse comes to an end. Shareholders are none too happy that Disney is actually worth less today than it was 10 years ago. So what is Iger blaming the failure on, and what's really going on behind the scenes? Well, if you'd like to know, this is the video for you. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to a dandy of a day. It is Monday, and it was supposed to be chaos. It was supposed to be mass destruction of wealth and finances all across the US of A. But folks, click the like button because that is not underway. The stock market is down slightly today. As you can see here, the S&P 500 is down at time of recording by 0.8%. Let me say it again. The stock market. Remember, this was supposed to be the crash that reminded us of the Great Depression. Stock market today is down 0.8% at the time of recording. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe it could go at any moment. I don't know. But the tariff situation is not as terrifying as some would have led you to believe. Now, I here am not going to weigh in on the tariffs. It's not my job. I'm not a political or economic analyst. I'm not going to do that for you. No financial advice is being given, but I can tell you this. Take a look at Disney. And over the past 5 days, Disney stock is down 15%. It gets worse. If we go to the 1 month, Disney stock is down 20%. If we go to the 6 month, it gets, well, not quite as bad, but year to date, good Lord. Year to date, from the time, if you bought Disney stock on January 1st, you are having an awful time because Disney is down almost a quarter in the last 3 months. Remember when I told you this was the nightmare quarter? Well, what if I told you that we're not done? The next quarter is nightmarish as well. But Disney has something to blame, and we're going to tell you about it in just a minute. I want to do a comparison, though, because I want you to see how the media manipulates you. Are you ready for this? Are you ready for this? Yes, Space Jam is playing in your head right now. Okay. You know the company that I can't say the name of it on this platform for reasons that I'm not going to get into right now? This electric car company? You know all the stories? You know all the sky is falling reports about this company ran by Mr. Musk? They're out there, folks. They got incendiaries, right? They're protesting. Compare it to Disney for a moment, please. For the 1 year, okay? And I know I did Disney from January to March on purpose, and I know that, but I just want you to see all of the effort put into destroying this particular company. It's up 33% over the past 365, okay? Over the past 365, it's up 33%. I know. Look at that. Look at that. They've done some damage. There's no doubt about it. There is no doubt. They've done a major whammo on poor Mr. Musk, still the richest man outside of the oligarchs in the world. It's still up. If you bought it a year ago, you're still up. You're up 33%. And I'll take 33% out of a stock any day. Disney, down a quarter since January. And we can pick different time frames to and I get that. And I am doing that to some degree, to a wee bit, but only so that you can see the difference. How often, ladies and gentlemen, do you see reports on the level of the sky is falling that you see for the electric car company for Disney? Never, right? You never see articles written about Disney. The fact that it is down, if we go, I don't even know, 5 years you're down, folks. 5 years you're down. I wish I could show you. If we go to the max, if you held the stock in 2015, okay, let's go to the last date in 2015. There we go. That's the last date I can pull because it's hard to grab these. December 18th, 2015. If you went back to December of 2015, $107 worth of stock. Let me see if I can grab it for April. If we go to April, can I manage it? Okay, April 2nd. That's going to be as close as I can get it. April 2nd of 2015. If you held Disney stock, you had $106. Today, you have $83 and change. That's bad. That's bad. But never, nary an article. So what's the blame of this? Well, get ready because it's insane. This is out of the New York Post. It says Disney boss Bob Iger warns about impact of Trump tariffs and surprise stop at ABC News staff meeting. You know, ABC News has gotten Disney in a whole lot of trouble. A whole lot of trouble. And it's under the supervision of Dana Walden, who is besties with Kamala Harris. It didn't do the job it was supposed to do, which was get her elected. Alexandra Steigrad is the author here on New York Post. So Bob Iger stops by ABC News. And you might say, wouldn't he want to stay as far away from the division that has the Blues? No, he's not. And Bob Iger can't get out of his way on politics. They've got to blame something for this loss in the stock. And they're not going to blame it on the things that I'll show you in just a moment, which are clearly the reason, although no financial advice being given here, folks. I would say that I could be better at it than Kramer, but I'm still not going to get into Kramer's way. Disney's boss, or perhaps Kramer's lane is more appropriate. Disney boss Bob Iger made a surprise appearance at ABC News' daily editorial meeting. And one would think he would not want to be associated right now with ABC News. It's not true. And reportedly weighed in on the impact Trump tariffs will likely have on the media giant and the economy. Then you could say, well, why? Why would he get into politics? I have the answer, folks. I understand this company better than the legacy drive-bys could ever even imagine to. The reason Bob Iger is stopping by ABC News and doing this is to get the story out there that it's not his fault. It's a blame game. It's a preemptive blame game. If the stock gets down in the 70s, and the 80s is plenty bad enough, but if it gets down in the 70s and poor Bobby can't pull it out before he gets to the end of his tenure, it's not his fault. It's Trump's fault. Now, pause for just a moment. We need to go something. We need to go here. You know what's making it hard for Bob to continue making this argument? Today is the day, right? Today is the day. It's the Liberation Day, according to Orange Man Bad. Disney stock is down 0.7. 0.7 on the day that it was supposed to absolutely be devastated by all this stuff. All right, let's go back. Iger, who often stops by the Disney-owned broadcaster when he's in New York, expressed concerns that relocating overseas manufacturing to the U.S. speedily is no easy task, according to a report from the Status newsletter. Well, I mean, do you not want manufacturing to come back to the United States to some degree? I mean, given the automation with these humanoid robots that are coming out in the next few years, right? And everybody says that's going to happen. Sounds crazy, but it's going to happen. With all the automation that's available, why in the world would you not want to bring that? And over in China, you know, a lot of the labor over there is at least at the edge, and I would argue far beyond, of going into historical atrocities of people being forced to work against their will. So I don't like that. I would rather we not support that. Anyway, the exec pointed to Apple's Foxconn plants in China, which employ hundreds of thousands of highly specialized workers, noting that it wouldn't be possible to simply replicate their skill level overnight domestically. I mean, maybe. I don't think anybody's suggesting you do it overnight. But if I could get the development of highly sophisticated chips and pharmaceuticals into the United States, oh, you bet I mean, who could possibly be against it? It is literally securing the nation to be able to have that level of production inside the country so that if you're ever in any kind of kinetic conflict as opposed to economic conflict, you have the ability to manufacture the necessary goods that keep your company surviving. Iger also reportedly told staffers, and here's where it gets important. Iger also reportedly told staffers at the closed-door meeting that most people don't really understand how tariffs work. Bob does, though. Big Bob understands. Those in attendance took that comment to be an appeal for ABC News to connect the dots for readers and viewers. Oh, propaganda. Propaganda. It's Bob Iger. So your CEO, your boss, comes by and says, you know, people really don't understand this thing that you report on. So what is that supposed to mean to the people there at ABC News? Oh, we got to put our spin on it because Bob understands how tariffs work. Do you think, by the way, that Bob Iger agrees or disagrees? And what do you think that means then to ABC about how they should explain it? Iger also reportedly voiced concern. Here's where we get to it's not me, it's not my fault. Iger also reportedly voiced concern for Disney's lucrative cruise line, particularly 2 new ships that rely on steel for the construction, and how the company may have to scale back spending if costs rise too high. So it is Trump's fault if they can't build more cruise ships, and if that causes them to miss inside their Disney Experiences division, which includes the theme parks. So if Disney Experiences misses the mark, it's on Trump. It's on Orange Man. It's not on Disney and what's about to happen to them in Florida. Disney did not immediately respond for comment. Iger popped in on the powwow a day after Trump signed an executive order that slapped a series of tariffs on U.S. trade partners. Is it any surprise that Bob Iger popped in to say, he's destroying us. He's destroying us. Folks, it's an escape hatch that Bob Iger hopes to use to get out of taking the blame for what has happened to this company. It's insanely bad. By the way, let me go back one more time. We're going to get in this Nielsen chart. I clicked too soon. Let me go here. I do this so often. I got to show it again. You see right here, December 11th, 2020 until about, January, February of 2022. This is the time when Bob Iger was not CEO of the company. Seriously. From here, if I can hit it from there to about there. This is Bob Chapek's rule at Disney. That little lift right there. All the rest of this is Bob Iger. Bob Iger, okay? In fact, if you go to the max, Bob Iger is about 2005-ish, right? So the company did lift, but since 2015, stagnant. Past 10 years, this has been stagnant, except for this lift with Bob Chapek. Anyway, no financial advice being given. Okay. We talked about the nightmare quarter. Let me show you why it's a nightmare quarter. We went over this last week with a video dedicated to it, so I'm not going to make another dedicated video, but it's worse. The Nielsen charts, they measure streaming success. Disney Plus is right here with Bluey, which is a show that Disney Plus does not make. Disney does not make this. Disney in the past didn't like the show because they actually censored it and left other crazy stuff up on their streaming when, and my gosh, if you're censoring Bluey, but they did, they censored Bluey episodes. Okay, so Disney Plus has one spot on all of the list, okay? We click original, we're gonna go into these subcategories. Notice what you don't see. Nowhere in streaming whatsoever do you see Disney Plus. No Disney Plus, okay? Go to acquired. Okay, they've got Bluey. Nowhere else do you see Disney. Now, I get it, folks. You see Hulu, but Hulu cost them to get Fox, which had the parts of Hulu they needed, and then to buy the rest of Hulu, $70 billion plus to finish that deal and get Hulu. So that's an expensive grab. And again, no Disney. You go to the top 10 movies, and this is what's crazy is because Disney Plus is basically a babysitting tool. It's what it was designed to be. Put your kids down in front of Disney. We'll show them movies. You can rest assured they'll be fine. And you can see here, it's Netflix. It's Paramount Plus. There's no Disney movies in the top 10 for streaming. Let that sink in for a minute. Kids watch these things on repeat. Look at the movies. You can tell because it's kid movies. Despicable Me 4, Sonic the Hedgehog 2, Plankton the movie. You've got down below Sonic the Hedgehog 3. Kids are watching these things on repeat. Where's the Disney movies? Where are the Disney movies? Oh, they're not on there because, well, this is the nightmare quarter when everything comes back to haunt Disney. Here's from Bioreconstruct. We love Bioreconstruct. Here's aerial imagery of Epic Universe. And this is the park that's going to open. And people are now seeing this. They're finally getting to walk in there. The normies are going to figure out how amazing Epic Universe is. That it's not just a new theme park. It's like orders of magnitude beyond what anybody in America has seen before. It makes the Magic Kingdom feel truly like a dinosaur, like a relic of the past in comparison. I mean, take a look at this, folks. Let's go now. Hang on, let me get the Mechanical Pencil. Mechanical Pencil posted this. Hey, we always want to give everybody credit. And then at Everything Critic hosted it on TikTok, I guess. Here's the this is the counter to Haunted Mansion at Epic Universe. I mean, look at this. Look at this, folks. This is why this is the nightmare quarter. I'll tell you a fascinating thing about YouTube. If you'll allow me to have just an anecdote for a moment, okay, as we watch this. People sometimes complain and say, Pro, why are you and That Park Place and your other channels, why are you not covering Epic Universe as much as we would want you to? And the answer is because the way YouTube works is that until the normies get excited about Epic Universe, if I put out a video dedicated to Epic Universe, it's largely not going to do anything. By the way, here is Drunk 3PO, good friend of the channel, Jay. Here's his video. We'll play it as well. The reason is because what YouTube is measuring, it's looking to see how many people click on your thumbnail. And people have to be excited about things in order to click about the subject that you're willing to talk about. Now, there are exceptions to that, and there are ways to get around it, but not consistently. And so for me to cover Epic Universe, what has to happen is people have to get excited about it, because then they'll click on the videos and then we can really do something. That's happening now. The normies are rapidly finding out through these social media posts that Epic Universe is unlike anything they've ever seen before. This is just a line. Folks, this is not a ride. This is the line to get to the ride inside the new Harry Potter thing. This is, I mean, it's incredible. This is what Disney has no answer for. And people out there can say, oh, we know Disney, they'll answer this. They've got a Monsters ride. They got a dirt track. It's like, listen, they haven't even greenlit anything that can compete on any level with this. And even if they greenlit it today, which they can't economically, because remember, folks, remember the stock? Let's go back. Let's go back again, okay? If we go to year to date, down 25%. When Disney stock goes down, it makes it harder for Disney to compete economically. It makes it harder for them to invest. And so even if they were able now to take on the 750 acres of Epic Universe and to do it with Magic Kingdom, they'd have to refurbish the entire park. I mean, it would cost billions of dollars, and they have no plans to do so. So if they were even to take on Epic Universe, even if they were to do so, it would be 5 years before they could even get into the competition. That's 5 years for Universal to dominate Disney in a way that Disney has never experienced before, because ultimately they are a theme park company. Ultimately, they're a theme park company, and this is what's going to come after them. Now, you take to the box office. You've just had Captain America Brave New World come out and flop spectacularly. So now everybody knows Marvel is not a guaranteed brand, and that outside of Spider-Man and Deadpool, that you can't count on it. Then you have Snow White come out and bomb. So now everybody knows, oh, well, the princess movies are the same. Well, that's two key components of Disney, right? There's no Star Wars movies on the slate. There haven't been for years, except for Mando and Grogu next year, and that could come out while there's a Gina Carano lawsuit trial happening. That's no guarantee. It's like every single pillar of Disney has been pulled out of the box office. And then you have the Minecraft movie come out and blow away expectations, which proves, oh, this is not a market phenomenon. This is an anti-Disney phenomenon. So what does that mean? The three big pillars that we talked to you about a few months ago, where I said there are three pillars of Disney that are being pulled out this quarter, they've been pulled, just as we said. Streaming has collapsed. There's no Disney Plus outside of Bluey on any of the top 10s for 2 weeks in a row. Nielsen, the overall and the subcategories. On the theme park side of things, now people have seen what we've been trying to explain. Epic Universe is unlike anything that anybody has experienced before, and you've got to have an entirely new park, or you have to completely redo a park to compete with it. It's going to wipe out Magic Kingdom. And then third, the box office is gone for Disney. Now they can get it back with Lilo and Stitch. They'll have pockets of success, right? But the idea that Disney as a whole can pump out blockbuster after blockbuster that's going to make billions, gone. They have pockets of success, oftentimes made possible through third parties, like James Cameron's making it and it's being distributed by Disney, and Disney will claim it. Or like, we brought Chris Sanders back, the genius we kicked out 15 years ago, and he's helping us with a movie. It's a one-time deal and he's out, right? Pockets of success. But Disney internally, whether it's their Imagineers or their creative talent at the box office, or whether it's the people behind their television, they don't have the ability. They ran off all of their Michael Jordans. You can't run away the geniuses. You can't run away the legends and do legendary things. And that's why this attempt by Bob Iger to blame it on Trump tariffs is not going to work. And because he can tell ABC News what to say. He can infer it. But we will invert it with the truth with a capital T here on the new media. And we'll hold him accountable. And so long as you continue to watch our videos and click the like button and share these things out, we'll continue to do that. You give us the megaphone. And for that, we're eternally grateful. Folks, that is the video for today. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you now understand what's going on behind the scenes at the House of Mouse. Of course, folks, when we're dealing with personalities and individuals, please know that we often stray into the subjective. We often stray into analyzing personalities in a way that is, it's a bit on the speculative side. But I hope we've connected the dots and you enjoyed your time, and you can say with some confidence, I agree or I disagree with Pro. Let us know. Click the like button, share, subscribe, click it, stick it to the algorithms. It is the notification bell. Drop a comment down below and tell what we just asked. Do you agree or disagree, and why? Until the next time, keep learning, keep growing, and we hope your stocks are just fine. And keep having fun.
You'd better hang on to your feathers, little bird. They need to put you in the show.
What? Jose, what are you listening to? You don't even have ears.
Vacation radio, 24/7. Original music on YouTube.
Huh?
Vacation radio, WDW Pro Music Channel.
I have no idea what you're saying. But if you want to be listening to music, you should head over to Vacation Radio 24/7 on YouTube. One of the 100 other channels WDW Pro's been working on. Oh, and I have a song for you, Jose. Jose Cowabunga. He is Jose Cowabunga.
He's Jose.
That one seems a little bit foreign to you.